Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to show you how to solve scalars and vectors. First of all, what is a scalar quantity? They are quantities that have magnitude but no direction. Examples are speed, temperature, distance, etc. But how do we solve any problem in scalar? It is simple. We use ordinary algebraic method to add. Take a look at the example below. We are asked to calculate the total value of 30 degrees Celsius and 20 degrees Celsius. If you look at the solution, we only add the magnitude and that is all. That is why scalars are very simple to solve. Since we now understand scalars, let's move to vectors. What are vectors? They are quantities that have magnitude and direction. Examples are displacement, velocity, acceleration, force, momentum, and electric field. Vectors are a little bit complicated to solve. But how do you represent vectors? Since vectors consist of only magnitude and direction, we represent it with a set of two lines. The direction is indicated by an arrow-headed line, while the length of the line is drawn proportional to the magnitude of the vector. Take a look at the figure. Since we now know how to represent vectors, let's move to the forms of vectors. In this video we are going to be discussing the three main forms. The first form has two vectors moving in the same direction. This is the simplest form of vector. You just add the two vectors and find the direction where the vectors move in. If you look at the example, you would see that we only added the vectors with simple addition. In the first problem, we are asked to calculate the resultant of two vectors moving in the same direction. If you look at the solution carefully, we added the vectors and use the direction in which they move as the direction of the resultant. The second form has two or more vectors moving in opposite direction. To solve this, add the vectors on the same direction together, then subtract it by the vectors of the opposite direction. Then take the direction of the larger vector and use it as the direction of the resultant. Take a good look at the example below. Try some more exercise to see if you understand. The third form has two or more vectors inclined to an angle to each other. It is the most complicated type of vector. But how do we solve it? We use two methods, the parallelogram method and triangular method. We would start with the parallelogram method. In this method, we use the cosine rule to find the resultant. But we have to complete the parallelogram first. Take a good look at the example below and see how everything is solved step by step. The formula for finding its resultant is ab square plus ad square minus 2 open bracket ad close bracket times ad times cos 45 degree. The formula for finding the direction is sin theta inversely is equal to dc times cos 45 all over ac. Look at the example and follow the solution step by step. Try more to see if you understand. Let now move to the second method, which is the triangular method. In this method, we use the Pythagoras rule. You square the variables, then the add variables, and then find its square root. The formula used for finding the direction is tan theta inversely is equal to opposite all over adjacent. Take a good look on the example below. Thanks for watching. Please place your comment below. And please, don't forget to subscribe.